That's angry, Grandpa. And Democrats are happy with that version of Joe Biden. They never had any interest in the conciliatory version. Appeals to unity won't in the end make them more powerful. With Trump leaving, Democrats are going to need a new enemy to hate, because hate is what holds their party together. Unfortunately for you, they've now decided that enemy is the entire Republican Party and all of its voters, roughly half the country. And if you think we're overstating it, watch Congressman Patrick Maloney of New York 2 days ago on MSNBC suggest that Republican lawmakers are so evil and so dangerous that it's possible one of them could smuggle a gun into Joe Biden's inauguration and shoot the president-elect dead as he's taking the oath of office. He said that, watch.
It's a sad reality that we find ourselves at a place where the enemy is within, and we cannot trust our own colleagues. But now we can't be sure a member of Congress won't bring a gun to the inauguration. We can't be sure that a member of this body wouldn't be bringing people around the night before who the next day may have been participating in the murder of a Capitol Police officer.
It's the reality that the other side is the enemy and may kill people at the inauguration. What the hell are you saying? You know what he's saying? He's saying they're assassins, murderers. And that's why we need tens of thousands of federal troops in Washington to protect us, the good people, from the evil people. That's more troops than we currently have in Iraq and Afghanistan combined. So according to Patrick Maloney, the other side aren't really Republicans. They're Republican guards. They're a deadly insurgency within our borders. It's insane. Congressman Eric Swalwell, though, agrees with this wholeheartedly. Swalwell, you remember, is so committed to unity that he once suggested using nuclear weapons against American gun owners who refused to allow him to confiscate their firearms. Swalwell appeared on MSNBC to accuse Republicans of plotting effectively a civil war.
I hope we understand, if there was an inside job, whether it was members or staff or anyone working at the Capitol who helped these attackers better navigate the Capitol, that is going to be investigated.
Yeah, so the guy with the painted face and the Viking hat and the Chewbacca outfit was part of an inside job. It was a coup attempt. And that's going to be investigated, says Swalwell. Investigated. And you know what that means. Get ready for the paramilitary SWAT teams arriving in pre-dawn raids with CNN camera crews in tow. Roger Stone was just a preview. So what other forms of unity can we expect in the Joe Biden administration? Well, you should ask John Fetterman. John Fetterman is the lieutenant governor of Pennsylvania. John Fetterman isn't necessarily against the entire Bill of Rights, but John Fetterman wants to be perfectly clear that going forward, the First Amendment does not apply to anything that offends him. Sorry, it just doesn't.
So this idea that saying that Pennsylvania was rigged or that we were trying to steal the election, unquote, that's a lie. And that you do not have the right, that is not protected speech.
Well, you don't have the right, declares John Fetterman. In fact, words that annoy John Fetterman or that in any way might reduce his power or reflect poorly on his performance in office are, quote, not protected speech. Understand? That's unity. And that's why that when Democrats claimed the 2016 election, when they got Trump elected, was rigged by Russia, stolen by Vladimir Putin, that is protected speech because John Fetterman believes it's true. So to review, free speech is any speech that low IQ thugs like John Fetterman are okay with you expressing, but everything else is banned in the name of unity. And by the way, everything else is also racist.
Let's be clear. This was a racist attempt to overturn an election. This was more about trying to disenfranchise the voices of the Black, brown, indigenous people's voices, trying to invalidate our votes. So I'm speaking up. You are going to hear that we're not going to let this go because this is a racist attempt. We have to call it what it is. It's white supremacy at its finest.